Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? I think she be slick. In her confessionals, you gotta just really pay attention to listen to her because she always saying something slick. Now, she gonna say that Michael was putting Caroline, Stanberry. He putting Stanberry and Sergio out because he tired of paying the bills. Then she gonna say, well, maybe he likes to spend his money on them. I guess because he threw them a going away party, aka eviction party. We'll get into that. And what about Stanberry's daughter bit off the heads of the cake, which is supposed to be Stanberry and Sergio, puts them back, put her face on the suit, and put his face on the dress, saying, "Didn't you always want to wear the dress?" And I'm glad Stanberry checked her because you need to stay in a child's place, little girl. And if I was Sergio, I would have threw her in the pool. How about that, ma'am? And I'm just confused on why people on this show, and it's been other shows, why is see you next Tuesday? Why can't they say that word? But they can say MF, SDAFB, blah, 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 BAN. They can say everything else. How come nobody can say, I want to say it, but I don't know how sensitive YouTube is with that word, but why can't people say see you next Tuesday? But they can say every other cuss word. And that word ain't even a cuss word. It's more like a nasty slang, like in Real Housewives of New Jersey when Jackie called Dolores a slob. They not over there giving it a new name. Anyway, besties, what's happening? What's happening? Who has been a day? But we are here. We are gathered here today to talk about Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 2, Episode 3, Don't Cross the Caroline. Now, if you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Hit the like button, subscribe, like, and be a bestie. Put your comments in the comment section. Discuss the show, not my review, because I'm just sharing with the TV, what the TV told my eyes. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Don't cross the Caroline is the topic, is the heading of this. And I get it. The other Caroline crossed the other Caroline, and she was like, do not cross the Carol line. I think it could have been named something else, but we'll get into that. Besties, let me know what you're going to grade this week's episode. It was cool. It was cool. I'll think about it because I hadn't thought about it. I need to start thinking about it before I start so I can tell you. But as I talk, but I kind of want to wait and talk about it first because if I want to change my mind, I can because I'm a woman and I'm going to have a right to change my mind. Hello, Wendy Williams. Okay, so Stanberry and Sergio, sorry, are trying to get organized. They're still at Mike's house. They're getting ready to move in a week, and she has stuff everywhere. Looks like she can't keep a clean room. It's stuff everywhere. But Stanberry's stuff is designer and high end. Like it's not junk, right? It's Hermes, it's Chanel, it's Fendi. It's Gucci, it's whatever other brand that's laying on the bed. She has labels on labels and labels on the bed. So it's a different kind of messy. And so she even admitted that she's taken over Mike's house with her stuff. So Mike is so glad that they are moving out soon. So he's so happy he's gonna throw them a party, a good riddance party. So all the girls are invited, but Stanberry still feels like Brooks just took it too far with her with that drinking. And so she's telling Sergio she's going to stay sober forever if this is how alcohol makes you act. So Sergio took her seriously. He's like, "You're not going to drink anymore?" And she was like, "I was kidding. It's a metaphor." So then the night before, Ayan tells Stansberry that Brooks called her a "see you next Tuesday." And actually she was a dumb "see you next Tuesday." So Stanberry has her appointment with her hypnotherapist. And I was like, okay, hypnotherapist. She wants to try. She's not traditional. So she wants to try new ways of healing. Now, besties, if you ever tried this hypnotherapy, let me know in the comments how that worked. If you guys ever tried it, was it, what was your experience? Please share. I would like to know. So the hypnotherapist is making a house call, honey. So that costs more. And this woman she was on Stanberry's podcast, and she interviewed her, and she really liked her. And this therapist actually was Princess Diana's therapist. So that was like, if she's good for her, she's good for me. So the therapist comes over, and she's doing it alone. And so Mr. Sergio is trying to get this room organized, and he's calling out to her, "Honey, honey," and she's ignoring him. So the therapist asks her, what does she want to get out of this session? So she says she wants to be more empathetic to Sergio's needs. And so, she says she keeps everything bottled up and pent in. I'm paraphrasing. My whole review will be a paraphrase. So just know that I'm hitting it. If it's not verbatim, it's close. So she explained that she went to boarding school when she lived in England. And so her whole life, she went there. She started at 6 years old, and she was there till she was 18. So to me, it sounds like she did first grade to 12th grade. And so the therapist says that the English, they keep their dogs at home and send their kids to a high-class kennel. That's what the boarding school is, the high-class kennel. And I was like, oh. And it reminds me of the Facts of Life. Anybody in the besties used to watch the Facts of Life back in the 80s? That was my favorite show. So anyway, so Stanberry has developed some control issues because she's used to doing everything. So the therapist hypnotizes her and takes her back to being like 8 years old. And she's kind of like, okay, tell me what your thoughts are. And so she's like, I'm telling my mother that I don't want to go back to school. And her mom tells her she has to go. And so as a kid, her needs came last, like to her mom's. And so now she's treating Sergio like she's his mother, and she's enabling him. And so now he's not dependent. Like he can't do anything without her. Hence, when she left for this appointment in the living room, he can't organize the bedroom. You heard him call out to her, honey. So he has no independence, and he's clingy. So now she thinks that, I need to stop micromanaging Sergio. So that's what she wants to do. She wants to stop that. So Mr. Sergio heard the conversation because he was going to he was going to the bathroom, and he let her know that he was totally against it. It's like, what? So we find out that when they first met, they were with each other 24/7, and he likes her. He loves her, and he likes being coddled. He likes her being his mama. He likes it. He don't want it to stop. He likes it. So then we get to Lisa, Brooks, and Talene. They meet for dinner, and they're ordering their drinks, and they're getting a seafood platter, and it looked good. It looked real good. So Brooks says that Ayan called and said she called Stanberry a "see you next Tuesday." And no one remembers because they were all hungover now. Like they don't have any recollection. So Lisa asks, well, what's up with them? So Brooke says, nothing, my loyalty is with Talene. And after that comment, she took a step back from Stanberry. So Talene said that, we're moving forward. That's water under the bridge. Let's kumbaya this MF. You know, she like, let's move on, girl. Jesus. So Stanberry was, she knows that Stanberry was joking about the cartwheel incident. So Talina and Lisa feels like there is more going on. And so Lisa asks, is it because she hangs out with her and Ayan? And Brooke says no. Lisa doesn't believe her because she was fine when her and Ayan were feuding with Stanberry. And now she's mad and she's spiraling because she can't manipulate them anymore. So Brooke says Lisa is the most bothered because Ayan Stanberry has a new friendship and swears she's in her wine cellar poking the eyes out of Stanberry in this voodoo doll. Like, come on now, that's a bit extreme. So Brooke says she'll call Stanberry because she's not a see you next Tuesday. She's more of a BITC beep. So the party is here. Michael's party, his good riddance party is here. We're in the backyard. It's decorated really cute. Got the silver disco balls all over the pool and all over. The music is good. The drinks are flowing. I guess then the servers have the food. So Michael is greeting everyone. And everybody's like, where is Stanberry? And they're like, I don't know. So she's still upstairs getting ready. She's nowhere near ready. And Sergio is crying to Sarah because Stanberry is pulling back from him and he doesn't like it. And he says she to him, she's like a mom, but he doesn't agree. And so he was like, I almost cried about it because, he's sensitive and clingy. So Sarah tells him, because they're like brothers, like play brothers, play sisters. So Sarah tells him, well, she needs to work out her childhood traumas. And she told him that they'll talk later because, they're at a party. We don't need to do this because, Sergio was on the verge of crying. So Sarah had she brought her smart, girly, nerdy friend and business partner to the party with her. And her name is Saba the Sabotage. So Ayan arrives in this disco ball number, long skirt, split, little train, little midriff, little top, the shoulders out. She was cute. She had the sparklies on her eye, in her eyeshadow. It was cute. And Mike greets her and tells her how ready he is for them to move out. And he was like, let's go get some drinks. And he says, there's some tension between them. And so Ayan was like, I could tell. And, so Michael's like, I just want them to calm down. Just calm down. So Saba says that she does not, she's talking about, Chanel, what's the girl name? Chanel Ayan. I'm just going to say Ayan. That's what they call her on TV. So she's peeping her out, right? Because, she makes guest appearances every time she shows up. And she's like, I know those kind of people when they walk in. And she was like, I just didn't, I don't like those kind of people, And Saba's face just said it all. She just sitting there like, she said, Ayana's over the top. She's not my kind of people. And it's like, not your kind of people. Okay. So Sarah adds she wants to be, the center of attention, and we have learned how to love her. So now Miss Stanberry comes on now, makes her grand entrance, and she's accompanied with her daughter, and she's really cute. I didn't catch her name, but I know she's 17. She got what's her name? Something cute. I can't remember. Okay, so Miss Stanley came out with this wrap dress, and one of her boobs pops out. And they're all like, oh, Talene said, oh, that's a great boob. And then Talene is in her confessional that she says, normally I'm tit for tat, but tonight I'm tit for tit. I'm tit for a tit. And I'm like, this girl is funny. I like her. She's funny. She gets in and she's just fun. Talene is just fun. So the girls in Sergio are sitting down, and Stanberry, Talene, and Ayan, and Sarah, and Saba, they're all sitting there. And excuse me. So Stanberry tells them that Brooks is not coming because, she called her a see you next Tuesday behind her back. So Stanberry kindly called her and uninvited her to the party. She was like, I think in the conversation, I think Brooks was like, yeah, this isn't the day to meet. No, I guess Stanberry said that this isn't the day to meet. With all this insanity and going on, and she doesn't want her coming to her best friend's house. We're not trying to bring all that energy to our best friend's house. We protecting the best friends, the energy. We trying to have fun. We don't need the drama, because that party at Talene's was a lot. And so also Stanberry was like, we don't want the people here to assume that life is okay, because it's not. And Brooks tells her that they need to talk later and to have fun. So in her confessional, Brooks says, I ain't tripping off that eviction party. She said, I'm not tripping off of not being invited to that eviction party. The eviction party. Oh my gosh. The eviction party. So they show Brooks at home saying, oh my God, I need to go meditate before I have a mental breakdown, because her son won't do his homework and this happened, and she probably was ready to get dressed. And now, you might not be tripping, but that hurt that she called you and told you not to come. It had to sting a little bit. Okay. So then Talene and Ayan are like, she's going to take this to hell. And so Talene's confession, Talene says, you can't invite someone and then uninvite them. And so Sarah's saying, like, well, she says she didn't mean what she said. She was drunk. She just drank too much. And so Ayan says, she's like, doesn't that mean, she's talking about the see you next Tuesday. She said, I don't know what it means, but doesn't it, how you going to say you don't know what something means and then you give us the darn definition? So she says, I don't know what that means, see you next Tuesday, but does it mean a cheap prostitute, a cheap woman that gives the JJ a lot? Ayan be killing it. I don't even know if she knows she be killing it. She said she killed me at a lot. Isn't that a cheap woman that gives the JJ a lot? And so she was also saying, y'all let us know. And this is why I like to tune in. Like, you can't even say that. Like, you can't say that around Dubai. You can't say that in public. You can't say that too loud. They don't play those games out there. You will get arrested for disorderly conduct and saying stuff out of turn. They don't play that out there. Did you guys hear about that lady that was from the U.S. that had a problem at the rent-a-car place in Dubai? They arrested her. Yes, they did. Okay, so moving on. She said, you can't even say stuff like that around here. So Sarah says, what did Sarah say? Sarah says, not deep. She was drinking. Like, they're like, get over it. Stanberry says, so if I was abusing you for a week because I was drunk, I like that. So Sarah says, and I wouldn't accept it. And then Stanberry said, and I wouldn't do it. I was like, yes, Stanberry, tell him. And I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have to worry about me because I wouldn't do it. Oh, that was good. So Sarah, okay, I think I'm ready to grade this show. Because I'm like, between Ayan with her stuff, I was entertained. Definitely, I'm giving this, I'm going to say a B. B plus. It deserves a B plus. So Sarah asked Talene, can she get Brooks to talk to Stanberry? Like you know how you like talk to her, let her get them together. This is so petty. They was just drinking and said something crazy. Just they don't even remember they said it. And but that doesn't mean that she don't need to apologize. So Lisa shows up and she's cute and they catch her up on everything. And she says Brooks is the common denominator in the drama that goes on. And she tried to get her to take accountability and she will not. So she was like, and she was saying how crazy it is that they are fighting and they used to be so close. So across the pool, the guys are talking to Stanberry's daughter. So they was talking about something. And so she said, oh, let me say something. So she tells Sergio that he's clingy and he follows her mom around like a lost puppy. And he says, yeah, and I love her. Why not? And I was like, wow. Sergio is standing up for his love, honey. He ain't letting nobody, not even his stepdaughter, talk crazy. What do you mean? That's my woman. I married her for a reason. You should hope to find a man like me. I don't care if she complained about me being clingy. I like that mother figure that I married. What's wrong with you, little girl? So Michael gets everyone's attention. Clink, 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 clink. So he brings out the cake. Honey, that cake was cute. It was his boot kicking them out. So they were like Sergio. It was his face, like a little bobblehead. He was in a suit. And it was Stanberry's head. She was in a dress. And they had all this Louis Vuitton luggage all over the cake. It was really cute. And so the daughter says something about she bites her mom's head off, and because she says, I've always wanted to bite my mom's head off. I finally get to bite my mom's head off. So she bites her mom's head off. Then she bites Sergio's head. And then she puts their heads back on the cake, but they're wearing each other's clothes. So Sergio's head is on the dress and Stanberry's head is on the suit. And so she says to Sergio, haven't you always wanted to wear a dress? And it was like, girl, stay in a child's place. You are 17. Your mother may complain about him, but he is her husband. That is not a boy toy. That's not her boyfriend. That's not her benefit man. That is her husband, your stepfather, whether you like it or not. Don't be disrespectful. And I'm sure it has something to do with you being English and white, and he's Spanish, Hispanic, and you think you better than him or whatever. But so her name is Caroline, but Stanberry checked her, said, don't do that. Stop. And it's like, yes, you need to stay in a child's place because you're still a kid. You don't get to do that to grown people. And that was nasty that you bit that cake off and put it back. Girl, get them faces and put them on your plate. That is your piece of cake. Who finna, don't nobody, girl, she took her mouth and bit both of the heads and put them back on. If that ain't the whitest stuff, I tell you. So then they start dancing. Oh, did y'all see how she was getting it? Get it, girl, get it, girl, get it. It was all dancing and Talene was grooving. I think she was dancing with her husband. And so I had to rewind it because I'm like, who pushed Sergio in the pool? It was Sarah, his play sister. She pushes Sergio in the pool and he gets out. Stanberry's like, your pants are see-through. And they push him back in the pool. And that was so funny. So funny. So Sarah goes to get her hair done, honey. She's not at the glass house. She's at the Zanzibar. And her son is with her. I think he's like about 9. And she's getting ready to go have dinner with Daniel. You know, that's the friend that Talene introduced her to at her party the week, whatever, at the party. And so she's getting ready to have dinner, and her son hears her tell the stylist that she has a date. So he says, it's not a date because in their culture, the Arab culture, in the Arab world, she says, A date is when you're almost married. So you're seriously together. This is your man, your man, your man, and y'all making plans to get married. So he corrects her. No, you're not going on a date because you're not marrying him. You don't know him. So she talks to him about meeting a new man because he gets upset because he says men are bad to her because the husband, the last husband wasn't nice. So she explains to him that not all men are, and she had a problem picking the wrong ones. Her second husband did not accept her son. Huh? What? Huh? Didn't accept him? Well, why did you fall in love and marry this man? What did you say yes for? You are a package deal, Sarah. Your son, you're a package. Okay. And he showed the son no love, like nothing. Like, how did you get there? I would like to know, how did you get there? How did you bury this man? Did he have money? Were you, mm, I don't know. I got questions. I have questions, Sarah. Give me a call. Okay. So she asked him, what's his dream dad? So he's like, my dream dad would be a dad who buys me toys, who's nice, and gives me candy. But baby, this is why it's getting a B plus. Because when he said, he was like, not so much candy because no diabetes on my watch. Child, I was like, oh, he's been here before. Oh, he is reincarnated. That little boy is an old man already. He got an old soul. He said, oh no, not so much candy. No diabetes on my watch. Child, the laugh, I laughed last night. Hilarious. Hilarious. He's cute. I want to see more of him on my TV screen. Okay. So she tells him that she's not going to make any more mistakes. Okay. Okay. So, and then did y'all peep, like, he's getting a massage while she's getting her hair done. Someone is rubbing it, all giving him a head massage with all that beautiful hair he had. I was like, oh, Dubai looks really, really nice. But if I was supposed to pack up and move there, it wouldn't even be like that. I know they just overdoing it for the cameras, trying to entice us. um, also, besties, if you visit Dubai, let me know in the comments. How did you enjoy your trip? What were the highlights? How was the food? How was the weather? What part of the year did you go? What did you do? Did you ride the camels and do the ATV and in the sand? And did you go shopping and eat? What did you do? Did you buy gold? What did you do? Tell me. It looks nice. All those tall buildings. I just don't have a desire to go yet. I know plenty of people who have gone. I know some people who've gone twice, but let me know if you've been and how your experience was. Okay, so now Lisa takes her mom to old Dubai and they go look for the fabric. They go to the fabric. I forgot the name of it. Though, the fabric sew. The fabric sew. The fabric sew. I think so. And they're going to look for material for her, for her brand Mina Rowe. She's looking for hand beaded materials. The old Dubai is where the culture is, so you get a real good taste of Dubai and the real Dubai, right? Not the new one. That's where the glitz and the glamour is. That's where the tourists are, right? So one of the locals called her Nicki Minaj. And she's trying to bargain. She like, oh, ha, 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 ha. But no, she told one of them dudes, I'm not a tourist. She was in there wheeling and dealing for her mom. She got her mom some cashmere. He wanted 100 and woo woo whoops. I didn't catch the name of the money. My bad. I'm sorry. I should have. And she was like, no, I want it. But he was like, well, how much you want? I want it for, it was much less. He was like, oh, and all we know is she had a bag. So that was that. Then they go get went to smell some incense and the lemon tea. And they was willing and dealing. Honey, Lisa was like, I am not a tourist. I live here. Give me this for $2 and quit playing with me. So they went to eat. They're getting fresh seafood. So she tells her mom about the party last night. It was really quick. Asked her, so they just kind of grazed. It was that, and the mom was like, And so she asked her mom, when are you moving to Dubai? So honey, mom said, when are you coming home? Stop playing with your mama, Lisa. Stop playing. Stop playing with your mama. So her mom was like, I don't want to depend on y'all. I got a job. She was like, you can retire. I was like, mom, tell us why you don't want to move. I don't want to hear about Dubai is 14 hours away. Tell us his name. Come on, mom. Tell us his name. Tell her the real reason why you cannot move. Tell her. You better go home and ask Mr. Steve, do he want to move too? She like, boo, I got a life. But she didn't mention no man, but that's what it was giving me. She's comfortable. This is home for her. But I wanted to know, why are you so hesitant, honey? I mean, this is your daughter, y'all close, your 3 grandsons. Like, and the man is rich. Your son-in-law got paper. So what? Come on, girl. Come on. So she said she don't want to depend on her. And so Lisa's like, well, kids are supposed to take care of their parents. Then she tells us about her childhood, about growing up in Jamaica. So we find out, Lisa is a daddy's girl, just like I was. R.I.P. Dad, Pops. So she was a daddy's girl, and everything was fine in Jamaica until her mom found out, child, he had a whole nother family living in Canada. So, they broke up. Mom's packed up, left Jamaica, moved to Miami, and Lisa did not hear from her dad for a few years. So she thought her dad abandoned her. But, Mom's was like, nope, you can't talk to neither one of them. Nope. Mom's was mad. Mom's had to calm down. She needed those years to heal. So she tells her mom, well, we won't be coming back for like another 5 years. Girl, y'all not coming back. So her mom almost starts crying. Well, she did cry a little bit. So, so she said, we used to be so close and now we're drifting apart. And so Lisa said, that's why you need to move here. The boys aren't getting any younger. So she's kind of like, okay, she'll think about it. And so it's like Lisa's happy. So Talene and Rafi, they're driving to meet Sarah and Daniel for their double date, hunty. So they all meet. Daniel arrives last. He's a little late. And so Sarah is just drilling him with the questions. Do you speak Arabic? He says yes. So she says little stuff. He can't, he tries, but it's horrible. She said he does not have the accent and he's horrible. So then she asked him about, do you have 17 cats? And he was like, oh, I'm more of a dog person. Then she asked him, have you been to jail? And he was like, never been caught. I like that. So then she asked him, do you believe in aliens? And he was like, so now he's like, he know what he got to answer because clearly that's her jish, right? So he's like, yeah, I believe so. And so then she's intrigued by that, right? So Talene, in her confessional, she was like, child, she said she would have left, got up out of there as soon as she started talking about aliens. She said she would have dipped. Okay. So here go Sarah with her strikes. Strike 1, he don't believe in aliens. Talene asked him, has he ever dated a woman with kids? And he says no, but it can't be any different. And so Talene was like, yeah, it's like having someone, let me see, I don't think I can say the word, but the COC, oh, can you spell it? She said it's like having a cock block 24/7. And so Sarah's like, strike 2, because how he gonna say that dating someone with a kid is like dating. How could it be any different than dating someone without kids? It's a whole lot. It's a big difference. And he's never dated a woman with kids. So she's like, strike two. Then they compliment each other on their energies. And he says it's because he's a Libra. And she says, strike three. So I'm like, well, goodness. So he goes to the restroom. And so Talina's like, how do you like him? And so she's like, we could be very good friends. She friend zoned Daniel. Oh my God. Asked him a few questions, honey, and boom, he got friend zoned. So, dun 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 dun. Stanberry meets Brooks for coffee. And Brooks got the nerves to be 25, 26 minutes late. And you know why people don't play that late stuff? No, I don't, and I'm not white. I don't play that late stuff. 1:00 is 1:00. The latest you need to show up is 1:05. Okay? And she didn't even give her a call to say she was running late. You don't just play with people time like that. So Stanberry gets on the phone. She talks to one of the contractors or something. She handling business. She ain't got time. So they sit down. And so the question is, what's going on with us? So, the comments towards Talene triggered her. Stanberry said, everyone. So no, Stanberry said, well, I told everyone about the comments about Talene, and it was no big deal. Stan says it was funny. Let it go. Talene's moved on. And so she thinks she's jealous of the relationship with Lisa and Ayan. And of course, right? So she liked it so the Stanberry says, Brooks liked it when I was on my island and I needed to be saved. And now I don't need to be saved anymore. Brooks doesn't feel like Stanberry was reciprocating their friendship. Stanberry used to cry out to her about how bad Ayan used to treat her, and then they become best friends after Brooks stopped being friends with Ayan and Lisa. And it's like, well, who told you to stop being friends with Ayan and Lisa? But Brooks seems to be, she has loyalty, but she uses it. Okay, she just has loyalty and she don't know how to read the room. That's what I feel. She just can't read the room. Because how many times does Talene need to tell you, let it go? I've let it go. I'm not tripping. It was a joke. Everybody has told you it was a joke. Sarah has said something. Ayan has said something. Talene keeps telling you to leave it alone. So Stanberry brings up loyalty. And she said, you called me a see you next Tuesday. And Brooke says, we've said worse. But if I called you that, then that was really out of line. But you didn't die. But did you die? What? Child, where's my purse? Waiter, can I get this coffee to go? Oh, yeah, I'm putting a scarf around my neck. I'm grabbing my phone, putting it in my purse, grabbing my keys, and I'm out. Goodbye. I'm out. I'm not going to do this with you. Did you say if I called you that? They told you you did. Everybody told you you did. What do you mean if? Why do you think we're sitting here? I'm not here to play with you, Brooks. Where is your accountability, Miss Loyalty? You're loyal to a fault, but you don't have no accountability. Oh, okay. So no, and she said that was so out of line. That's not an apology, sweetheart. You need to apologize. And then ask, did she die? Yeah, a little bit. I did. I died a little bit. This friendship is dying more and more by the minute. Yes, I died. So now what? You gonna plan my funeral? So she was like, but did you die? No. Oh, and so like Stanberry said, she's not taking any accountability. And she said, I will be cordial with Brooks because I don't trust her. Okay, she's two-faced it. Okay, she two-faced it. So in the confessionals, Brooks says she is from the farm in England. She is not Princess Diana. She says, humble yourself, honey. Humble myself. Oh my gosh. And I'm just sitting here now, I'm thinking about it. Black people, we don't say see you next Tuesday. What are we doing here? We don't say that. Where did you get that from? So she tells Stans, she's like, you know what, we're both stubborn. We get upset and we fester and we both have to work on it. Stan says, okay, but she didn't mean it. Stanberry, you should have grabbed your purse, asked your coffee to go. I don't know if she had a scarf, but I'm just creating, the drama with getting up and leaving. Putting your scarf around your neck. Oh, and I forgot. Get your shades out of your designer case. Put them on your face. Wait for your coffee to arrive. Don't say nothing to that girl sitting across from you. Put your phone in your purse. Grab your keys. Bye. That's what I would have told Brooks. OMG. Well, that was the end of that episode. Like I said, it was a B plus. It was a lot of funny stuff going on. Besties, tell me what you rate this episode and how, and what are your comments? Did you like it? Did you like this? Are you enjoying the season? I think it's going pretty good. I'm liking the culture that you're learning, like the Arabic, the Armenian. I'm just liking that. The Somali. I'm just loving the culture that we're bringing together. Jamaica. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. It's like going on a field trip right at home. But let me know what you grade this episode. Put your comments. Don't forget to like. Put your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to subscribe, and then you'll be notified on my next video. Bye, besties.